I called the doctor and he said you need to get to the hospital immediately. I was probably in labor. Not probably, I was definitely in labor. So that's when we got everything in action. Dad called Papa, who is his dad.
That was the mysterious man,
Saftronauts. From the car wash.
The car inspector.
Exactly. He called him, we called the aunts, my mom, everybody, Nana, Papa's wife, and everybody came over. Papa, this is about you and Kira.
We're talking about you, man.
Because then Dad's going to take over with the funny part. Okay, so...
That's why you're here.
So everybody comes over. Nick is home, so everybody stays with, like, you know, the grandmothers and the aunts. They stay with Nick, and Papa, Josh's dad, we go together to the hospital. We get to the hospital and we go into the examining room.
You can speak now.
Come in. Bring in the clown. Okay. So all I remember was the doctor coming in, and Mom mentioned that she needs to use the bathroom, and the doctor said, "Do not get off that table because that baby is going to fall out."
Nope.
Got it wrong? Was I there? I know I was there. See?
We arrived in the emergency room. They hooked me up to everything. The doctor had not come in yet. We're waiting there. You guys went to look for the doctor, and I said, I have to go to the bathroom. So I went to the bathroom because I was still feeling okay because the drugs are in my leg. I don't feel anything.
1 second. This is all great. Let me ask if my version of the story is correct. I clipped my heels, and all of a sudden the house just started to spin.
That's what
landed on a witch.
That's really
all of a
what
sudden
happened.
there were these people telling me to follow the yellow brick road.
And
is
you
this
did.
correct? Wow.
Was that supposed to be funny or?
Either way, I'm older than my eyes. Go
Okay,
ahead.
so I went to the bathroom. They apparently went back and found me missing.
Mean.
They find me coming out of the bathroom and they whisked me to, like, get her back on the table. I was literally in full-blown labor. They were like, do not let her get off that table, etc. So yeah, that's exactly how it happened.
That's what I said.
Then they put me on the gurney to get me to
On the what?
The gurney that takes you to the ER because I had a C-section for Nicholas, and because I had to have one for him, it was more dangerous to try and do it natural. Plus, they didn't know what intervention was going to have to take place with Gabriel at the time.
I didn't know it was C-section until like a year ago.
Yeah. Oh,
I literally had no idea. I was like, what?
So we had to have a C-section again. And before I forget, at this point we actually do know the sex of the children. I forgot to say that when we found out that Gabriel, baby A, had Down syndrome, I said to the doctor that we need to know, we need to know the sex of the children, because if something was, I wasn't going to refer to them as baby A and B anymore, because at this point there was a life-threatening issue. I wanted to know if it was a boy or a girl, and we could refer to that baby as our son or our daughter. So that's when we found out that baby A was a boy, and we had already had names picked out, so that wasn't.
Oh, that actually,
Yeah,
is
we
there
already-
more? Because that leads actually to the next question.
Well, you guys will talk about that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
but
Do you?
We're talking.
Do you want to say something? Are you
All right,
here?
so they get me on the gurney to take me to the operating room. Go ahead.
On the way to the operating room, which was a journey, we were in such a rush
All right, your time's up.
that that the folks that were helping to push it were trying to marshal her in there really quickly. And I think I was helping too. And we didn't quite make it through the doorway. We had to first hit the door jam in order to make our way in there. It was totally out of a comedy film.
Right.
Trying to like push her in to get.
Well, everybody was rushing. The OR was getting everything together and what have you. And we were moving and looking at her and watching everything. And all I remember is smashing into the door jam.
Sorry. This part I don't remember most
Was
of
it your
this.
feet or your head?
And it was sort of like, back it up, and let's get through the door.
It's like a delivery truck, literally.
And in all honesty, I don't remember any of this part at all.
Yeah.
So I think they
Well,
also I think it stopped the medication at this point. So now I'm feeling
there were many emotional moments with it, but at this point, I think just for me, this was, this was like taking your hat and turning it around, because all of a sudden we're about to be a family of 5 in like an instant. And when you're ready for thinking that, oh, okay, maybe I have another month or month and a half, and then we're gonna go, she'll go into labor and give birth. Here it is suddenly upon you. You realize that like within minutes you're going to be a family of 5. Yeah. And you're worried about mom, worried about the babies, worried about you, and all that sort of stuff. So a lot of them are emotions swirling. I think.
Yeah.
Right.
Be trying to be ready, but also like.
Yeah, take a breath and realize what's coming.
Yeah. I don't think at this point we were really even thinking in any way, shape, or form about the issues that were with Gabriel. At this point, it was really the babies are coming. And let's just get that done. Step one. Let's just get them into the world.
Yeah.
Did you know like how fast Gabe and I were gonna come?
No. At this point, I'm drugged. Okay. I'm definitely drugged. Okay. I really don't remember much of anything.
Yeah, but it was really, really quick. We went to the OR and they strung a curtain that was over mom's midriff, so I couldn't see anything that was really going on. But I was there with mom, holding her hand and patting her down. There was a sweet nurse that was there, and nurses get tons and tons of credit for what they do. And it was this happened in minutes, and you can only hear here's your boy,
right? Because Gabriel came out first. He's actually older, girl,
right? And heard the crying, and everybody was doing what they needed to do to bring the babies into the world and clean them up and everything.
Okay.
Well, you told me, remember that you said that you didn't get to hold us right away, right? Because they kind of needed to see everything was okay.
Well, the problem is that both of you were 7 weeks premature. And because you're very tiny, really you were like 4 pounds, something like that. Is that not normal? It's very low weight. So after the babies, are taken up and cleaned up because you're underweight and you're premature, you have to go to the NICU. And that's thing for those of you who don't necessarily know, it's the intensive care unit for newborn babies. So both of you were brought there, and you have to be. So I didn't actually get to hold you or any of that when you first were born, and I really don't remember anything else until I opened my eyes in the recovery room, and Dad was there. And then all of a sudden, they said, my big baby.
Number 1.
And he was so cute because he was like so little. He's 6.5 years old. And
he used to be cute.
That's right.
And he came walking into the. They allowed him into the recovery room. I'm not sure if the rules are still the same now, but he was allowed in with my brother-in-law, who had been the one taking care of him while we were at the hospital because everybody else had come.
Uncle Toby.
Toby.
Always known as
Toby, that's right. So he brought him in, and Nick came next to me, and he was holding my hand, and he wanted to know if Mommy was okay, and how the babies were, and it was a sweet moment. It really was. And
that was
well,
it.
so
you're so cute. And we went from 3 to 5.
That's right. Wait, so question. So you said earlier that... I'm sorry. Is my speaking somehow humorous to you?
That joke doesn't get funnier.
It gets funnier every time I say it. Actually, maybe you should ask this one based on about the names, how they decided. So but you were saying you guys were saying before that you had already decided the names.
How did you come up with our names? And
this is Kira and this is Gabriel.
No, I'm Gabriel. And
this is Gabriel and this is Kira.
All right. So originally, I've just always loved.
I was there. I said something.
Dad wanted. So for a boy, boy.
Yeah, what were the options?
Okay,
Yeah.
Dad wanted Elijah was one of them.
Elias?
Elias was another
That's
one.
better. That's better.
And
Just like every Elijah on here is gonna be like, hey.
No, you look at it.
no, and then there was
Jeremy.
Jeremy was another one. And for a girl, I really wanted Gabriella. I mean, it was just something that I loved growing up. It was just a name I really liked.
Can you see me as like Gabriella?
But there was a problem. In Jewish tradition, you cannot name after anyone who's living. So Josh's younger sister's middle name is Gabrielle. No, Gabriella.
Gabriel.
Yeah. Oh, Gabrielle. Right. Sorry, Jess. And yes. So I know it's close, but because it's not the female name and it is for the boy, we went with Gabriel. And when I looked up what it meant, which was an angel, and given everything that was going on, it just was fitting. And it wasn't that the other names weren't powerful, but his circumstances surrounding his birth and so forth, he was our angel.
Actually, Angel of Mercy.
Angel of mercy, and is our angel. Correction.
What about and let Dad maybe take over?
Where Kira came from was a friend of the family, because we really
it was really a friend of the family. But we wanted a name though that was
unique.
Like every parent, you want something that's unique and something that's not going to be, given to lots and lots of girls and what have you. And so Kira just had a nice, soft feel to it.
Well, this is also very, very funny because I'm glad that you wanted such an original name for Kira and Gabriel. But for me, you happened to pick the #1 name of 1996.
But at that point, not that many people had Nicholas.
No, but now everybody's named Nicholas.
Now
Nick,
everybody
Nicholas,
is.
Nick. Here's to Disability Pride Month. That's right. Here, come here.
And Coffee Talk mini-series about life with Gabriel.
That's right. And to you, my
Yeah.
friend, to you.
Gabriel.
There, cheers.
Cheers.